Alright, so today conversation, session 4, we discuss the effects of the environment and what is architecture and architecture, how they affect with consciousness of the mind, and how the structure of the buildings them or certain monuments, memorial or something like that, they affect the resonance or the energy of the people them na Salon or Freetown or any town. So now that's not the conversation today. I just want to make it clear no more in where we have conversations then these type conversations them now something way now awakening conversations them. So we all get to be mindful that where we have these conversations and one thing we need this Boure kingdom we need try for put we people them down in any kind of way. We always try for bring we self up. Anything we say now for always for uplift we self, right? And there's also an entertainment. So where they talk or they hear me they talk, and they talk with form of energy where they give you knowledge and also maybe entertain. But in no sense we didn't have for do anything for go against anybody else in situation or anybody else in ideology. Truth not truth, truth not one thing. We not get for mixed pan. Anybody else in ideology and things. And as we go on, me man them, me sister them, I'm ready for communicate with people. I'm ready for any question. I'm ready for anybody will get any kind of challenge towards any information that they bring. Now that's how they wait for, really, because as I continue, I will continue myself for the continue for share the information and knowledge what I get, just for the purpose for make one person or two people in the area. We go definitely make change in the country or within the whole world. We come to the understanding of with people of the Sierra Leone nation. I get very much love and respect for the history of these people in the Sierra Leone nation. I get very much respect of the struggle them where people don't go through. I get very much respect for waiting people they go through in life. And one thing is that I just want to make everybody understand. What I really kind of ask if I can do is really make sure say when I understand we all in every single way, shape and form have some type of effect where you really own up to the ownership of your country, ownership of yourself, ownership of your ancestors, ownership of your mama and papa. Just the type of reach to a point where you get to your own foundation and know how you come out. You definitely go in that position outside day, and you definitely go understand. Say we all, get the urge for make we country better and we country people and better. So now that's the conversation. Now that's I just want to say no more. So make we continue for build. So today conversation. What's up, Governor? How you do, sir?
Good morning, Governor.
Yeah, so Governor, today we talk about some things that way I think say will be very enlightening, and at the same time, hopefully people whatever you share this with people and go to work out, and when they work out, when they see the thing, when they see things, then they go to feel it, they go to understand what's in this conversation they're about. So the first thing I want to start with, if we know the country Paris na country, I mean the city Paris within France. If I do some history of the country, the city Paris, when I go see that one of the things the way Paris pride in surfing when Napoleon go Egypt and go destroy Egypt, then you hear the story and go take the black nose off the Egyptian Sphinx. But when they go build the city called Paris, then get some knowledge where then utilize for build this city also. We make this city to this day, to this present moment, that's something where they call them the city of lights. The city where, where you work inside Paris, I don't go there, but I don't stay overnight on plane, but I don't ever did it, I don't ever go work there. But where you work inside Paris, people them who I don't communicate with, they get it is a certain energy of peace, a certain energy of harmony within a certain parts of the city where construction them organized in certain way, right? So we don't really say, but most of these flourishing countries and flourishing worlds, then they do something them with their own land where not something I think we don't know but for do, especially certain African nations and African countries where not get certain type of knowledge of these things, or they get the knowledge but not get the opportunity for put these things then together. The city of Paris aligned with the stars. They aligned with certain star system. What I mean is that where you go to certain buildings in Paris, then they in a certain position where they mimic the positions them of the stars, right? So if you get constellation, and where you get constellation them, if you build certain buildings and within the land or the platform, the plain land of the earth or the planet, and you align you buildings and your architecture with certain constellations, then there's a certain resonation or something energy where they come out within the city where they create certain type of energy of harmony or confusion. Listen to what I say, of harmony or confusion. So one, most of the creation the way they create when are monuments or buildings and where they align with the stars, them not so now something when a man made, right? Now something when they create now stone architecture, now stone building them. They call them cathedrals, right? When I know really know what's in a cathedral, man. Cathedral na actual living money, na living building, na something where they resonate certain type of energy where the building itself, because of the structure and the architecture of the building, it creates and the orchestra or the organ, where they inside the building, they create certain type of energy within that building, therefore make the building almost to become living monuments where they resonate certain information where they travel throughout the whole entire universe. Think about the understanding what's at itself for being. You think about the church cathedral. Where cathedral now what way you look at, I'm not gonna go into deep into the actual word what it mean cathedral, but go into they deal with science of geometry, right? Tetrahedral, these are not geometric shapes. Right, cathedral now some type of a geometric shape, right? But also think about the way I tell you just now, saying a living, now something when they create, when a form of a living building, or something when they exist, it resonates energy where they travel far. Waiting cathedral then gets inside them where they make this living organism of a sort. They get organs. Organ is something where human beings then get inside their body. We get organs then where they make really survive. So just take it easy and just understand what they say. Cathedral them na living monuments there, and they align to certain stars, certain positions them where they create certain type of harmony and resonate certain type of energy within society, within the present society, where they make them more prosperous or less prosperous, right? So one of the people that I want to make when I look up this and in video then when I go watch out, I'm gonna maybe when I not go really get interested by them, but certain just certain way information what this person is bring out, very very good information and something where I think you go benefit from. They got a lady named Michelle Gibson when I'm YouTube. Even if you don't do one video on me, where I be the talk about something where I get for talk about that's really going. So. Like I tell you, everything that happen for a reason. And one of the things that I want to make people and they remember is you can say something, but if you not act on them, you need to come to fruition. So what I can say is that we're not gonna know which side they go if you don't know which side you come out, right? Now 3 things that I think Salon lack or can develop on where within a 5 or 10 year period, the whole. If beginning to be 5 years old and then turn 10, the beginning will turn 5 year old, they go totally 100% more aware, more different from the beginning if certain aspects of organization can't to a city, right? So Salon, the topography of Salon, we know now very hilly topography, and let me talk about free tongue number first. Free tongue, we go say that, a well designed. You get Sheikah Stevens Street, you get Pandemba Road, all these get certain aspects of road where they meet at a certain point, right? You get Cotton Tree when at the setting, the main setting of the where everything kind of they meet, right? The roundabout table, like a roundabout Sobayanda. So this not where Europeans them, especially the British when they design salon, they really design them with sense of harmony, with sense of make, but also like where you go to Google Maps, look salon from up in the sky and just observe the structure of buildings then, the structure of the road them, and the structure of which side one thing they lead to the other. I know say at one time St. John's Church within a Campbell Street all the way at one end, the other end of the St. John's Church that be prison did it. Right? So certain aspects of certain buildings, certain institutions placed in certain places, they create harmony or confusion within a state. Right? That's not the communication today. Now, I don't want to really go into this cotton tree business because, I very detest the fact that, we of people that with such, pride and enthusiasm for land and be good people, we, for the last 65 years or more, they don't instill panwe, they don't inject we with the idea that the monuments and the thing we for remember in slavery by having a monument of a tree of cotton, a cotton tree for remember Sierra Leone for the effects of slavery. This is not part of the talisman or the creation of the energy we will make you as an individual or as a state prosperous or confused, and the smell stink tick where you don't even realize that stupid smell that they come out, but you don't even understand the effect of that smell and the aroma will that tick that they pull, how it affect you and the people around you. Go around the cotton tree and find out the people where they dwell around the cotton tree and find out if they get certain type of fungus them where they grow up on them. Because that type of tree, they not a tree when a cotton tree, they call a kapok tree. And that kapok tree, then a certain type of tree where you not get for do research. You not get for really do research. Because that kind of tick day, a tick week day in a history for tick for witchcraft, all the way from the Mesoamerican. What I mean Mesoamerican before European they come to America, they don't get myths of this kind of tick. This kind of tick, that kapok tick day, na tick where they harbor spirits. Now so in not to say me I deal with 5%. I don't believe in no mystery God, right? No mystery. But the story but then kind of tick then day is that spirits can be spirits can be placed in those tick to be bind and destroyed. Right? So, first of all, we don't know who that they don't bury under them tick then they. We don't know which kind stupidity, witchcraft. But what's here, we might go back to the point is that certain monuments, certain structures within a society can make or break the society. I just want to really talk about the idea of memorial. One of the things that where I notice they create certain type of energy of patriotism, certain type of energy of building, certain type of energy of not for forget which side they come on a memorial them. Something of a memorial every year, I envy America for the idea where, these people and they remember everything what happened to them. They go make a big national holiday for remember people that we don't die. For something when not even an accident or something when one of them says don't do them. They go remember the people that we don't die. They go make big, they go give moments of silence. These are the things that continue for make America prosper. They need forget the one that we don't lost. They need forget. Then they build structures them at certain place them for a line for remember as the waka. People that can go there. If you don't lost people them, and you don't know what you for do with yourself. the blood diamond, them mama, them papa, them some picking them. They not get no place for go for remember. For sit down to themselves, for create a little sense of self to themselves. So memorial very important towards a building of a nation, right? A memorial. If you don't remember outside you go, you need to remember outside. If you don't remember outside you come out, you need to remember outside you go. So now one thing I think we as a people, we get for start for organize, for start for bring forth, especially within the Boure kingdom. And as we grow, regardless of what, we get for start for partition, meaning that we get for start for communicate and say with this now this, not that we need or not this now we think we constantly need. Because if we can't to insight, when we come to understanding, we get certain the memorials of Salon, not to memorials and way they empower, and not to something where we create for ourselves. I go to the museum that Salon, and they tell you now 3 things they normal I see there. They get Bible and drum, and they get Bible a statue of Bible, and they get a couple other things. Them come on now, all in diamond and they within all the other parts of the world, and we museum and Bible and drum then get. But these are parts of the structure of silence, the structure of creating non-harmonic society, right? What they say is this: when you go to Paris, when you go to Europe, when you go to any parts of the world where they understand this science for build structure, then for align with the stars the way they are above them, they're not getting nothing when a living structure where I say now like tree they represent something way for build or where you get signal then they build actual physical structure them. We state house now Israel design them, right? All them building there, everything where they tell now where they tell now reality, bro. Anything we design and structured by certain individuals them now purposely, and it creates certain harmonic or non-harmonic presence within the society, right? And then a real thing. But Salon, like I say, we already get certain type of foundation of structural buildings them. And for just rename somebody buildings them, and for just particularly own somebody buildings them, If you look at Salon and enjoy these moments where you go see this Sunday, certain time of the year, this Sunday align perfectly with some streets them. This not because individuals the way we design the structure of the city, then really design them in a certain way, and in that way when they design them, it creates either harmony, it can create confusion, right? So we get for me mindful of structures them around we and how we move around structure them. One of the things that we, as once you left Freetown, the where you gonna different town them, you gonna Boure, you gonna Kenema, you gonna McKinney. The one thing all in city then gets the first structure where they recognize now the like a watchtower or clock tower where they sit in center, and they get some type of round table, right? Yeah, think about that thing, and everything is about time. Everything is about the face of a clock, the face of a watch, right? You get any city where you go, so you get the clock tower in the middle. They get 1, 2, or 3 streets then where they go different ways then, right? These not foundational way for structure cities then. But however, where you go to higher science and higher knowledge of them thing that you so within a society, you need certain structures for make the society become alive. Just like within a body of person, you need your heart, you need your lungs, you need every organ within your system for make you become a whole of a person, right? So within any city, within any organized city or organized town, you need certain departments or organs, right? As a physical building, as a physical structure, we align to a certain way. I don't want to even go to America because they're gonna call and say na conspiracy theory and all that shit. But not a conspiracy theory. The city of Washington D.C. well aligned with the star system. Where you go inside Washington? Where you go inside Washington DC? Even if you don't vex, like say you get a woman where you want. Why reach now? So they beat that one day. You go to Washington DC. Why reach now Washington DC? They go where you reach inside Washington DC, me man. You spiritual. You know going for control yourself. The streets the way they walk out to where they walk out back and forth for the how many way they walk out that place they bra. You go for just go there no more. You know they for control yourself. The harmonic creation of that city there. Where you go there, where they see the majestic building them, the geometric alignments of the building them, the adjacent building them. Where you walk out inside Washington DC, the sense of harmony where you feel. Even where they watch people and they protest, that have to be organized. That then they get for allow that. They get for allow that and they get for be organized. Yeah, this and that's what we have to do, right? But what they will talk about is you as an individual, where you walk out inside that city, they go through the monuments, the Lincoln monuments, the Washington monuments, and they go through different parts of the buildings. The sense of harmony because of the structure of the city, they allow you as an individual for do anything where go they out of place. Maybe as a group of people, them like where we see with Trump them, maybe when I go do something, but as an individual. When you walk out into that city, it actually absorb you as an individual because it's so aligned with the platform of God, right, or the art or the world. Why I say that is that one of the things that we when I go get for understand is that we get for copy every this society they try for copy this being, the supreme being called God. And somebody we create. See, where would I read the our Father? The first three words in our Father who art in heaven. People don't understand that who art in heaven. You don't say who are in heaven. You say who art in heaven. A-R-T. A-R-T. And that what's in that mean? Basically, they tell you our Father who would that. Put the stars with that art in heaven. Where you look up at the heaven, and the remembrance of the person, the Father, would that paints that beautiful canopy the way we get in the heavens called stars. Right? Now that means who art in heaven. Who art in heaven. I mean that's the creation of the stars and all of that. Not the sole person, the God of the universe. Now he puts that the alignment, the stars in the way, that the art land the way he creates. So we say our Father who art in heaven, and that's the talk pot, right? So respect the art, and within that position as salon where we see 99% of the star system, right? And also we get the energy if we consider for align the stars with the proper buildings, proper monuments, proper constructions on we own, you go see the prosper they come up on that. This conversation, like I said, the conversation we really get is very, very complex, a very, very you get to listen to them to the end, right? Most of the other construction that we get besides the cutting tree, where I don't tell when there's something where very enabling to the city of Freetown, from the smell, from the animals, the way they dwell inside from the actual presence of the different things that comes off the stick. We get for study this stick, The thing where me and a person like this, where are they really analyze information? Imagine I know media historian we don't live 500-600 years after, One of the questions that I go ask is that waiting make Salon gets in number one monument, a reminder of something of slavery, where I don't really understand how we go take ownership of the individuals then way within that salon, for say that we go to get this monument for a reminder of cutting tree or of slavery. Because in all reality, we not forget something like that. Because what did that do towards the consciousness of we people as a whole is make we all feel, remember I said we were once oppressed. And I want to know the number one trick of someone will want to dominate you. If somebody want to dominate you, the latest memory or the earliest memory where they go implant into you, a memory of you being oppressed. If somebody want to dominate you, not that then they do. From matter in different levels. Between man and woman. You go hear man telling woman, not to me make you, not to me do this for you. Where I meet you, be there yana. You know me, you know me doing, you know me get nothing. Shit like that. A woman go tell the man, hey, I mean they take care of you. You know, usually they use me, you know. For them, that memory of where that person really creates of you, not less of a memory, and of course it will dominate you, make you feel guilty, make you feel bad about yourself. So now one day you're gonna playground, you know, where they deal with picking them. Like when we talked the last conversation about the Creole, you know, some of them picking and they get some words that where they can tell each other, where you know, where they make, you know, so when somebody want to dominate you, then they implant within you memory of you being less, of you being less than you are, right? So now one thing like that, I don't want to make any Sierra Leone individual think of themselves as a child of slavery or a child of picking cotton. You know, and we you know, I don't tell when the individuals of the Boure kingdom were engineers of agriculture. And as we continue, I go tell you what's in the engineer. They don't only engineer plants them all. They engineer human beings. This is not thousands of years ago before. They engineer human beings. If now we'll go deeper into agriculture and understand of engineering, which they talk about of agriculture and engineering. Then when I go see, but so first of all, make we start for understand what's in the architecture. I don't go through what's in the architecture. Study that what they cathedral. You know, cathedrals then get organs, and you know we not human beings. We get organs. The God not the most beautiful thing, but at the same time, man they manifest himself all the time. But I'll tell you why. So make we keep on learning, my brother them. Governor Alvin, King Julian, some of these conversations I know, like I say, I don't want to go too in depth with situation, but like I say, like I talk to now, most of the things that what they say, well, one thing people are gonna say kind of esoteric now what way you know they see them, but you see them, but not reality, you know. So parts of your own energy or your own personal energy, where you walk away, they move around. You get to be aware of these structures, right? And even the visual, the symbolism, where you watch these structures, then where you look at them. The second way you look at them, but the subconscious mind, how they accept them, how you get to walk around that. 99% of people that will reach the end of Pandemba Road for going by Cotton Tree. When they reach that road, they the confusion for go right or for go left around the roundabout for go the other way. Sometimes it's a structure. It's a structure of mind. You know, these not things them way I really know it affect people them. The way structures them build. The way the access to how structures them build, right?
Okay, King Indo.
Yes.
We just limited time.
Okay.
Just a quick reminder of the time.
Okay.
Like 5 minutes more.
All right.
Wrap up the program.
All right. So yeah, we get for wrap up. All right. So the last thing I go say is that, you know, even the idea of ghetto, the structure of the buildings of a ghetto, these things then create them in certain ways where they either destroy or harm. The last thing I go left is that where which man not realize for America, yeah, so they don't get the population of black people and they overgrow. Then you literally go into then do over 1 year, 2 year study for create a community, a self-sustaining community where go destroy themselves from within. This is not reality. Then study how to create self-sustaining community where go destroy themselves from within. And they use Arata them for the experiment. If you want to go, you go look for the experiment on YouTube called something utopia, the mice utopia. So they study this first. Then create some type of community where you get only one access for food, you get only one access for water, and you get 4 or 5 division them. Man, if you study study the way they do, you go realize say the creation of projects, them, the creation of ghettos, the creation of certain community them where them puts black people them, and how over generations them the black generations then become either non-sexual for the reason for to become non-productive, meaning they don't produce speaking them more, or then become harmful to each other to the point then kill and destroy each other. This is the aspect of the living black African Americans are going through in America because of the structures of their communities, how their communities are structured. And most people that I know now that the things that when they fed for change the structure of the community there, for take the precincts away, for bring more better stores them around, instead of for put one store one all the way over yonder, and then between that store there, you get group of people them where they sell drugs between that store there, you get picking away for. So the same thing with the structure then where you get what where you not get water than I use. You small picking them get for go get water all the way down the junction, and then you get big idle man them where they prey on small girl picking them. Now structure. So make we learn how to understand how the structure we see them there, and how waiting the effect we picking them and we self moving forward. I know we limited with time, but this is not the conversation I'll forget today, and take time for listening them over. And we continue as we continue with the Boure Kingdom, all right? Pape, yeah, I know time don't. How much more time we get? Let me bother them. I hope this conversation, Governor. I hope this is not cool conversation. I hope you understand, Julian. I hope this is not cool conversation. I appreciate you when they come on and listen. They bring really good energy to me, and I hope they carry the same good energy to now. As you call on every day. As your week they go on. Continue for say your prayer, understand, continue for stay motivated, and carry this to the picking them, make the picking them, conversate, talk to the picking them, ask them, talk to picking them, ask them questions, what do they think, but then sit in place, who start tell them about these things them, and they empower them, that's how I for do, make we empower our own people, them, all right?
Thanks very, very much, King Hendo.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for the opportunity where we get to listen to you. I believe this idea go down well, and we will pass on the information to our Sierra Leoneans where we not get this idea. This is the outbreak of knowledge. This is not the Boure Kingdom. So we'll continue for the in tune, and we'll continue for listening to the program there. On YouTube, go check with YouTube channel, the Boure Kingdom. You will get to it, and all of that different areas then, and you will get to it. So we want to say thank you, much respect and much love to King Hendo. We are blessed for this conversation. We want to say thank you.
Thank you. Peace.